In this week's Natural Gardening Live, we are talking about the secret ingredient in a happy and healthy autumn garden. Technically, this is a secret ingredient to a spring garden, but it happens in the autumn, so hence the autumn wording. So what resources are available at this time of year and how you can utilise them for free to help support your garden heading into like the winter time. So that's what we're talking about today. Hello and welcome to this week's Natural Gardening Live with me, Josie Rainbird, your natural gardening coach. Let me know in the comments if I said the word autumn to you, what would you think of? Dog started already. If I said the word autumn to you, what would you think of? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Just as a fun one for you. There's no wrong answers. What would you think of when I say the word autumn? So I just mean to go on. If your garden goes into winter in good condition, healthy, and with a support in place for the insects and wildlife living in your garden, I'm going to try and talk over the barking. Apologies if you can hear that. Then spring and summer months, the time when your garden needs the support the most, will be much more productive and will be... Apologies. I know you can hear this because I got a good microphone and he's loud. So yeah, sorry. I'll be much more productive and will be healthier and easier to maintain. Is he going to stop? Yeah, I think he's going to stop. Bless him. No, he's not. Okay, we're going to be going through the entire live with a barking dog in the background. So I do apologise in advance. You know, I'm not going to go down because I'm making bark more. The door's open. He's fine. Oh dear, bless him. I'll be done soon. Okay. Yes, so autumn is an amazing time of year with cold and misty mornings, as we had this morning, which is lovely, and warm, sunny afternoons. You can sometimes forget that autumn actually leads into winter and the colder weather is looming. So yeah, and like as I say, like today, it's been quite warm this afternoon and a lovely morning we've had. Yeah, to think in only maybe a couple of months' time, we're going to be getting the cold, frosty weather through. If a couple of months, maybe weeks away, we're going to be getting the cold weather through. So yeah, you can't forget that sometimes when it comes to autumn. So I love the autumn. And the dogs love the autumn as well. You can hear them. So I love the autumn. There are so many ways that autumn can actually help support your garden and help it to regroup and heal after a frantic kind of growing year. So spring, summer, frantic growingness that it brings. So there's so many different benefits autumn can bring to your garden to help it recover and like regroup after all of that growth. So today I am talking about one very important part of autumn, which can provide a number of benefits, different types of support, really, which are all free, which is what we like, because that's what we go for here, the free natural resources. So what am I talking about? If you can guess, have you guessed yet? Leaves. Actually, more specifically, fallen leaves, not just any old leaf, fallen leaves. So autumn leaves make autumn to me. So if you think of autumn, like I asked the question, what do you think of when you say the word autumn? Without the orange and brown leaves, autumn just isn't autumn. It isn't. So yeah, without the orange and brown leaves, it's just not autumn. There are quite a few around our way where we live. There are quite a few deciduous trees growing. So it means we've got an awful lot of falling leaves around our garden, around the village. It is lovely to see. It's really nice to see. And the colours are absolutely amazing. The dogs like playing in the leaves as well, which is always lovely to see, especially when they're like dry and crisp. They like to like fly through them like mental things, but they enjoy them as well, which is nice. But they are a bit of a waste when they fall on the road, on the pavements and that sort of thing. They're a wasted resource. When the leaves, on the other hand, fall on your garden or in woodland or the countryside, not on the roads and the hard surfaces and things like that, they can provide a huge amount of support for the environment, soil, your wildlife as well, all living in the countryside and your garden, obviously. So they can provide an awful lot of benefits and support for your garden. If you'd like to know how to use these extremely beneficial resources, here are 3 ways you can use fallen leaves to support your garden. I am going quickly. I can feel I'm speeding up. It's only because I'm worried they're going to start barking again, and I'm doing it when they're quiet. So I try not to be too quick. If you're watching this on replay, you can slow down the speed. I'll be talking at normal pace. So 3 ways that you can use fallen leaves to support your garden. Number 1, leaf mould. Now, I have spoken about leaf mould before, I know, and there are resources in the group up in the guide section at the top, all about leaf mould, but I will link at the end. I'll go through all of it. I'll link any resources that I have that are relevant to this live, any videos, anything like that. I will link them all through the week so you can check those out. But if not, look up in the guide section because there's loads of stuff out there. So leaf mold. Leaf mold's extremely easy to make and is a great for compost, mulch, soil conditioner, all that sort of thing. It's full of nutrients and fibres which will help to support the soil structure and to support the ecosystem within the soil as well. So it's really good stuff. It's so easy to make. I won't go into how to make it right now because it will take too long, but there is a video that I've done on how to make leaf mold, which is really easy to follow. So I'll link that in the week for you, so you can check that out. Leaf mold. So number 2, straight leaf mulch. So leaf mulch, basically. No rotting necessary. Leaves as they come, as they fall off the tree, as they land on the ground. Basically that. So straight leaf mulch. Just collect the leaves up from your garden, raking them however you want to do them. Now, there's a we'll go into the other bit in a minute about the raking the leaves up, so don't worry. But making this leaf type of mulch, you just collect the leaves up that fall in your garden and then lay them directly onto the soil. Now, these will break down through the cold with the cold weather, so like the frost and the snow and whatever else we have. They'll break down through the winter months and will break down into the soil. They will condition the soil. They'll provide the soil with all the nutrients and things it needs for the spring. So a variety of different sort of beneficial nutrients and things that the leaves contain that are stored in the leaves. They will break down and condition the soil. So this will really help for when the plants get into spring and they start their sort of new fresh growth. That will really help to support them with all the variety of different nutrients that they provide. Got a fly annoying me. I don't know where that came from. It wasn't in here a minute ago. It was hiding. Yes. Now, disclaimer on this one. If you've got plants like cordylines, palms, Tucson palms, things like that, strappy, fibrous leaves, don't put those on the gardener's leaf mold. They'll take forever to break down. They're so fibrous. They even take ages in compost. You can put them in a compost heap, but they do take forever to break down. They are very fibrous and very, they take forever to compost. So not recommended. Normal oak, anything like that, hazel, beech, things like that. Normal leaves, absolutely fine. Don't, if you can avoid a extra fibrous or strappy looking leaf, don't put that on the garden. It just would take too long to break down and there won't be as much benefit behind it. So if you can, avoid those. Well, not the end of the world if you get a few in there, but they just take forever to break down. So number 3, I'm trying to slow down a bit for you. Hang on. Choking myself with my tea. Number 3, piles of leaves, and the fly's back. Piles of leaves for insect homes and wildlife. Now, raking leaves, it can be counterproductive sometimes for your garden. So if they land on the lawns and things, they can benefit the lawn as well. As long as you don't get like great piles in one spot, they can, if they're spread out, like distributed throughout your lawn. If you've got trees that drop randomly over your lawn, that's fine. That won't damage your lawn. It won't kill off areas or anything like that. Now, if you have the leaves fall in thicker piles in areas, like if a tree that dumps all its leaves at once, for instance, that I'd recommend you spread the leaves out, because that's when patches of the garden will get will go brown and die off. The air won't get to them. They will come back in the spring. It'll be fine. But if you want to maintain a healthy, happy and healthy lawn, try and avoid this if you can. Now, raking up leaves, as to say, can damage environments for insects. But if you get them when they're just falling, the insects won't have had a chance to make a home in them. So then you're not going to be damaging anything. So try and rake them up as you see them, kind of thing, to try and reduce this. Now, if you make piles of leaves in your garden in areas that they're not going to cause any damage, issues, anything like that, we've got a area across the way in our back garden that you can pile leaves up quite happily and for any wildlife to live in or to feed on, and it's not going to cause any problems to the garden. So that's fine. So you've got areas like that out of the way, behind a shed or something like that. These will create the perfect environment to attract in small mammals. Lots of different insects will live there. Some larger mammals will live there, and the birds will use it for food as well, which is always good. Now, if you support these, yeah, they will use it for food. If you support these different creatures that live in your garden, they will in the spring become your natural pest control. So this, it doesn't directly affect your garden, if you like make the piles of leaves won't directly affect your garden like mulch will or like leaf mold will, but the knock-on effect actually will create more benefit than it does to start with. Makes sense. It's good English, I'm sure. Yes, so the wildlife will stick around in your garden because you're providing food and homes and whatever else for them. And in the springtime, they'll repay the favour by keeping the pests under control, which is what we want. So this will reduce the need for you to treat panic as well over the young seedlings and buds and things that are coming on in spring, because the insects are already in the garden, the wildlife already in the garden that are going to manage the pest problems from the word go. So this is perfect, really. So you're really setting your garden up for a win from the word go, from the beginning of spring, because you're supporting them now, which is good. So hopefully I didn't rattle through that too quickly and you understood what I was actually saying. I will post it in the group as well, so you can read the post as we go through the week. So that should hopefully help for these 3 items. And I'll, as I say, any resources that I have already, videos, anything, any free guides or anything like that that I've got that will support this live today, I will post in the group as well. So you can check that out. Check out the guides, because there will be stuff up there that can help as well if you've got any interest in what we've been talking about today. So check that out, and I will post the video on how to make leaf mold as well. So hope this has helped you to understand kind of the importance of the free resources that are available to your garden. There are so many. There are literally so many different free resources that you can use in your garden. They don't need to stress about, you don't need to panic about, you don't need to pay for, which are amazing, and they can support your garden in so many ways. Much more ways than chemical products can, and they are much better for your pocket. So they are important, and this is just one of them. Right, so I will say, actually, there are many more ways leaves can actually benefit your garden besides the ones that I've said. So there are plenty more ways besides. So if you use leaves in your garden in any other ways, let me know. Let me know in the comments, let me know in the group, whichever you want. Be interesting to see. So I've provided 3 for you. If you use them in any other way, comment below or put in the group. Be interesting to find out. So look out for the links in the week, look out for the resources in the week, and look out for the posts. I will leave it there today, and I will catch you next week on the next Natural Gardening Live. So hopefully you enjoyed it. See you later.